Well, hello, my lovely angels. This is your girl Sim back with another episode of the Sim Squad. Hi. So today I have like a bunch of new perfumes for you as promised because I know I have like a lot to do and I'm trying to like finish them like as soon as I can so I can start making compilations for spring, summer, florals, your citruses, freshies, stuff like that. And I just want to get over with all the new ones I have because I'm testing them out slowly so that I can like form a proper opinion and not just give you like first impressions and stuff. I am absolutely mind blown that I finally got a sponsored video. So this will be my first sponsored video and it is from Italo Jewelry. Now I've seen many people actually already promoting them and this was the perfect time to receive these. The process was like very smooth. I literally ordered it last month and I got it within like 15 days. And why I'm saying it is like the perfect time to receive these is because they currently have their anniversary sale going on, which is like a 40% discount. Plus, when you add my discount code, you get like another 10-20% discount. I'll put my discount code over here and how much discount you get. So it's like a massive discount. And I think they have this like only once in a year, obviously. It's an anniversary sale, so it will be one a year. So I was given a choice. Like I can order whatever I want, but I wanted rings because as you can see, the only part of my body that's exposed is me wearing rings. And of course earrings and necklaces and stuff, but I was so into their rings. They basically have cheaper prices than if you buy it from a brick and mortar just because they are directly from production to shipping, which is like online shipping basically. So it comes from the factory to you directly. So they cut costs between for transportation going to the factory to somewhere, not factory, the brick and mortar store, from brick and mortar store, like again transporting somewhere else, blah blah blah. So all those like middle thingies are like cut short. So Italo Jewelry has like wedding rings, other like casual jewelry or evening jewelry. They also have like your birthstones and stuff. I really had my eye because I'm a Cancerian and I'm a July born Cancerian. So I was supposed to get a ruby ring, but unfortunately the one I wanted was out of stock. And that is why I ordered an emerald instead. And then I got another ruby ring because she suggested it herself. And I was like, okay, let me get this one. So let me start with the ruby ring first. That is the beautiful ruby ring I got. Now the thing is that I made a mistake when it came to checking your sizes. So you need to like try your best and get the right size, make sure that you know your size. And only then they have like this whole process of ordering and how you can measure your sizes and everything. So just go through that before you order it. So that is the beautiful ruby ring. Can you see that? How gorgeous. That's stunning. So I'm wearing a ring adjuster right now, but I'll get it like professionally altered because I really like this ring and I want to wear it. And that's actually a proper ruby, comes with a certificate and everything. The next ring I got was an emerald ring because I couldn't help it. Like I know emerald is not my birthstone, but I just wanted one, and that's the second one. Again, I got it in the wrong size, but I'll get it like professionally altered. That's the ring, and that's how it looks like. I think it is super duper pretty. The cut is like immaculate. It's so beautiful. I don't know which one I like more to be honest with you, but those are the two rings I got. They're so pretty. Anywho, I hope I get more sponsored videos from them so I can actually show you more of what they've got. But they send you like this little cute pouch thingy. They send you the certificates and they send you like a bunch of how you can take care of your jewelry and like the actual certificate itself, with all the proofs and everything, whatever you need. They have free shipment on all the orders. They have like 60 days return policy. They have 1 year warranty. the payment online as well is like super secure and everything. So go check out their website, use my code. This is the right time to order. If you want to get something which is like high quality and like comes with warranties and the certificates and everything, but you don't want to pay like premium prices and stuff, they are like pretty decent to go to. Why isn't it focusing? It's so weird. Is it because it's shining? So these two are the rings I got. Pretty. So that's the end of the sponsored part. So let's start with our haul. I don't know where to start because like I have like pretty good perfumes over here. Two I've got them as PR and 3 are purchased by me. Some of them have come from US, so you guys know what's coming up, right? So let's start with the first one. This is from Lattafa and this is Masa. Now, Masa was something I was really looking forward to because everybody was like, it's a mango perfume, and you know me, the moment I hear something weird like mango or fig or like anything that people normally in perfumery, they don't use it very often, I get like attracted to it like a moth to a flame, you know. And like when I read the notes for this perfume for Masa, I was like literally frothing in my mouth. You know? I was like, I need to get my hands on this. So I was so excited, and I'm very happy I got this one because this was one of the few perfumes I ordered from US that I actually absolutely loved. Did I just wreck the whole review? Yeah, by saying I just loved it. Okay, so I loved it. You can skip to the next one now. So that's the bottle, that's the packaging. You need to be a little careful because it opens like in a weird way, you know. It's like this, like a box thingy, and it just like, boop, it just comes off, you know. And the bottle is, it looks like something vintage, and especially like Arabian vintage. Because Arabian vintage, all of the things, it kind of looks like this coppery thing or brass or whatever it is with the gold. The bottle is like super duper heavy. I'll put the prices and everything because I've forgotten how much I had got this for, but I'm assuming it was like $60 or so. Oh my gosh, like this perfume, like it like slays. It's amazing. So this is a fruity, spicy, floral. On Fragrantica, it's got 4.29. This is when I actually made the notes and everything. Right now, I don't know how much it's like running for, but it's supposed to be a dupe for the Ganymede, which is like a very, very, very popular perfume. Everybody has been talking about it and a lot of Arabian houses are duping it. Ganymede is something I'm so interested in now just because I've smelled this and I'm like, because all the reviews were saying like it's super close. Now I haven't smelled either one of these. I've not smelled Ganymede, I've not smelled God of Fire. So I don't know how like those smell compared to this. I'm telling you what I think of Masa. It smells gorgeous. It smells unique. It smells very, very niche. It smells expensive. It smells like money, you know. The top notes for this are mango, saffron, pink pepper and lemon. Middle notes are osmanthus, violet leaf, orange blossom and ginger. And the base notes are mineral notes, suede, patchouli and amber. Now the moment I read mineral notes, I freaked because I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna have that metallic thing going on, which off late, like think Ajwad, I was like freaking out. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna hate this perfume. But then the rest of the notes was so sweet and powerful. I was like, you know what, like at this price, I don't think they're gonna release anything that smells like metal, you know. And I feel, in my opinion, that this is macerated because it smells strong, it lasts long, it doesn't change too much. I mean, it does, but it's not like a very hyper progressive change, you know. When that happens, you're like, oh my gosh, the perfume is like evaporating really fast. It's not really like the alcohol level is like too strong, you know. This one kind of like from the get-go, it stays like linear. It'll dry down to a little bit more of a spicy, sweet perfume, but like from the beginning till the end, you do get that spicy floral sweet scent. Now mango in this, by the way, before, let's address the elephant in the room, because mango, although it's like the first note along with saffron and pink pepper and lemon, this perfume will not smell like mango. So if you're looking for like a fresh mango scent, like fresh out of like the juice bottle or freshly cut mango, you know, it doesn't smell like that. If you're thinking because it's a mango scent, it's gonna smell tropical or something like that, it's not. This is a very serious scent. It is a dress-up, elegant, high. It smells like a high-profile person, you know. The best way I could describe the mango in this is like after you eat mango, if you've used your fingers to eat it, and you know how after washing as well, you still feel like that little mango scent in your skin? That's how it smells like. It doesn't smell like fresh, juicy mango. It smells like that skin scent on your, or the mango scent on your skin, skin scent on your skin. So that initial peppery, mango, lemony thing going on, it within 15 minutes, what becomes prominent is actually the florals with the spices. There's a stunning orange blossom in this which takes the lead when it comes to the florals. And then you have the violet leaf which adds a little bit of greenness, but in an intriguing way, not in a very overwhelming way. The ginger and the pink pepper keep doing a tango between themselves. They keep us entertained through and through. That's why I feel this perfume is like super interesting. It's that spicy mango floral, but then you have this ginger and pepper. So that like spicy thing going on, it's so beautiful and very, very entertaining. That's the word that's coming to mind. I don't know why, but that's how I feel like this perfume smells like. It's very entertaining. And that mineral note with patchouli, I never thought I would hear myself say this. It's adding such a beautiful earthiness to the base of this perfume. And that's like the winner. Like literally like that patchouli with the mineral notes. I can't explain how beautiful it's smelling in this. Like being earthy and being dirty, it's a fine line, and Masa is not crossing that line. The suede is like super soft and mixed with that metallic note, you know, not metallic, the mineral note. It's not becoming annoying suede with metallic notes, you know, it's becoming like a very, very soft suede. So it's like there as a hint, it's not like overpowering at all. So do not compare this to Ishkal Shuyuk or Rosendo Mateo or any of those perfumes, because the suede in this is like very, very gentle, very mild. It's there as a supporting note, not as like a main front runner note, you know. This perfume is loud without like really shouting. If you want to stand out in the crowd, this perfume is for you. I'm not too sure about the bottle though. You know what, like I kind of like, I don't know, I could get into it. Like it's not my kind of perfume, but like in a way it does feel like a treasure or something which is like antique or something. And the perfume also doesn't, it smells like something that's forgotten. This perfume is definitely unisex, and I think you can wear this in any weather, but like in the evening. You know what, I would wear this during daytime as well. I don't care, it's a beautiful perfume. And it's not very overwhelming, so I can wear it like anytime, any time of the year, anytime during the day. The Middle Eastern vibe check is like mild, and I don't even know why. It's the spices, or there's something in this that's smelling like slightly, I can't even call it Middle Eastern. It's like Middle Eastern Oriental. It's like, it's in between, you know, it smells silk route kind of a thing, you know. The tone of voice I have written is quite luxury, you know, it's like a quiet luxury. It's like you're not trying too hard. The projection is like 2 to 3 feet. It's not very high projecting, but if you spray, like overspray, of course it's going to like project a lot. But like after some time it's going to like calm down, and the maximum projection you're going to get is like 2 feet. The longevity is like 7 to 8 hours on this perfume. But it becomes very like, still it's 2 feet. Because of that strong ginger and pepper note, like it still projects like till 2 feet, which is not bad, right? My rating for this is like 10 out of 10. After a long time, there is this perfume from Lattafa that I'm actually admiring and loving. And yeah, it's a 10 out of 10 for sure. I will purchase it again if it finishes, once it finishes, not if it finishes. Once it finishes, I'll definitely repurchase it. And the celebrity I want to give this to is Catherine Winnick. I don't know why she came to mind, but her image of how strong she is, how beautiful she is, grounded, very like, you know, like, I don't know, it's like, and plus she, like, of course, like she is like a strong woman, right? So she knows how to fight, and like she has a lot of things like up her sleeves, like, so Catherine Winnick for sure for this one. So let's switch it up. The next one was a recommendation from one of my friends from YouTube, and her name is Tia from Tasmania, and she recommended this perfume and I got intrigued, so I went ahead and bought it. This is the Blueberry Musk by Arabiat, or My Perfumes. I don't know what's going on with them, but My Perfumes, this is from their Prestige collection. So it's called Arabiat Prestige. Yeah, I knew I saw it somewhere. So that's what's written over here, Arabiat Prestige, you know. The packaging is like quite flimsy, but who cares? This was only $35, so I'm not complaining. But the bottle, wow, look at that. It is such a beautiful bottle. Now, most of the people are comparing this to Rihanna's Fenty perfume. And I'm like, bro, I need to go and smell Rihanna's perfume again because I'm like confused. Because like this, although it has some qualities like her perfume, it's just not strong enough to be like that perfume. But I guess it has that same kind of DNA. You know what? Like I feel this perfume, the more and more it's gonna sit, the more it's gonna macerate, it's the stronger it's gonna get. And maybe then I can say it's comparable to Rihanna's Fenty. This being only $35. On Fragrantica, this has got 4.53 and it is classified as a fruity musk fragrance. The top notes for this are blueberry and blackberry, heart notes of rose, lavender and freesia, and the base notes of patchouli, raspberry, vanilla and moss. You know, when you read all these notes, this is exactly what you get, except for the rose, which is so mild that I can barely like feel it, I can barely smell it. Rest of the notes like blueberry and blackberry, they're not there as a fresh note, they're there as like, smells more like a dried fruit than the fresh berries. Now in this case, like people are saying different things. Some people are saying they can smell the fresh raspberries and blackberries, blueberries and blackberries. I can't smell freshness at all. All I'm smelling is like a, you know, like when the berries fall on the ground and they dry up a little bit, and then if it rains or something, or if the soil is wet, you know the kind of scent you'll get. Mix that with musk and that's exactly how this perfume smells like. I'm doing an Arabiyat perfume review after a very long time, so I was like super excited and I'm glad that I have chosen this. Now it has another sister and that's called Cranberry Musk. I'm quite intrigued. Should I get it or not? I'm not sure, but like I'll try to go and smell it in a shop because like buying all these perfumes is like costing me a bomb and I can't really like keep doing this. This smells like a vanilla blueberry perfume which is slightly musky and has a lot of earthiness. Like the initial spray, you feel the gourmandiness, but if you're expecting this to be a super gourmand perfume just because there's vanilla and blueberry and blackberry in this, it's not like really a gourmand perfume. It leans very earthy, and even the musk, it feels like a dark musk. It doesn't smell like a what do you call that musk? The white musk, you know, which I don't like, you know. So it's not like that skin-like musk. So I'm very happy because when she suggested this, I was like, blueberry musk. I was like, oh no, it's a musk, you know. But I was like, she was like speaking so highly of it. I was like, you know what, I need to get this. The star of the show are like the fruits, the vanilla and the earthiness. But like they switch up again in this perfume. They change like very fast. Initially you get that vanilla like blackberry and the blueberry. And then soon it switches up to florals. It's like I'm like short circuiting or something. I don't know if you noticed or not, even one of my eyes closing before the other. You know, sometimes like my whole body just goes into this, I don't know what mode this is, but it's like, you know, I do feel like I've smelled this somewhere. I don't know what it smells like exactly. Not Rihanna's Fenty, that I know it smells like that, but there's something else in this. There's something else. I don't know. It's kind of going towards those 2000s perfumes, like Britney's perfumes. It does kind of remind me, I don't know whether it's fantasy or it's one of those perfumes, you know? Or was it like Jessica Simpson's perfume? I need to revisit those perfumes because those were like pretty decent. I know they're cheap and they're juvenile and everything, whatever, you know? I grew up with those perfumes, so I feel like getting them. But it does remind me of one of those and I can't put my finger on it. If anybody knows which one of those perfumes this is, please let me know. It's a very good perfume. It's not like I'm wowed by it, but it's like a pretty decent perfume. This will be really good to wear on day-to-day basis. It's not very overwhelming. It's not very unique. Look at me, you know, like I think even a wallflower can wear this and get away with it. You won't be like very, very noticed, but you will smell good. If people come near you, they will feel like you smell like good. Tia did tell me that she sat on this perfume for like some time and then she came back to it, and I feel I should do the same because it'll macerate more and more and more, and I think this, if it becomes a bit stronger, I will appreciate this perfume a little bit more. Right now this one is like a 7.5 out of 10. It's a good perfume and I do feel like I'm gonna get tempted to wear this like sooner than I should be. You know what, actually I'm gonna try it, especially in summer. I think this will be like an excellent perfume to make you feel nice and cooling, you know. Although it's not a fresh perfume, it does have this cooling quality to it. I think it's all day, all weather though, like you can wear it anytime. It has this little stud also. I keep staring at it, sorry. But like, it's a pretty bottle. It's a very beautiful bottle. The tone of voice is a female in an office who's a wallflower, probably in accounts. Sometimes I'm like, what was I thinking when I wrote these things, you know? The Middle Eastern vibe check is none. The projection is around like 1 to 2 feet, depending on how much you spray. Again, it's a very personal perfume. I would love to wear this at home or just before bed. I think it'll be amazing. Now, if you're thinking that it would smell something like one of the Yaras or something, it does not smell like that. You know, this is much, much better. It's earthy, it's nice, you know. The longevity, unfortunately, on this is like 4 to 5 hours. This is what I feel. It like disappears like really fast, which is why I think this needs to sit on the shelf for some time. And I'm hoping that it'll macerate and get stronger. But it retails for like $35. So like, think about it. Like, is it worth your while? I think it's an easy blind buy, but I don't see anybody not liking this perfume. And the celebrity that came to mind was Emmy Rossum. I keep calling her Emily Rossum. It's Emmy Rossum, not Emma Rossum. Okay, I need to take a break. I'm gonna have some coffee and come back. So the next 2 perfumes I'm gonna show you are from the house of Khadlaj. Of course, these are PR because, as you know, Khadlaj, every time they release a perfume, they send it across to me and to many others. I'm not somebody special. It's like they send it to a lot of people. They've released a new range called Empire, and it has 4 perfumes. They've sent me 2 which could classify as unisex or feminine. The packaging is like stunning. This one is the Empire Victor. So the top is just a sleeve, so that's how it opens, and then that's how it opens, and that's the bottle inside. It also has a string thingy which makes it very easy to remove bottles, you know when you have batteries and then they have that, yeah, see. Now this perfume fascinated me. I have been thinking, I've been wearing this for some time. As a matter of fact, I think yesterday I wore this, or day before yesterday I wore this in the office as well. I carried it with me all day. I wore it like sleeping, sitting, standing, like, you know, everywhere. Like I kept like spraying this on myself. I'm like, what does it remind me of? And I could not put my finger on it, and it's like killing me. It's killing me. Like, I just need to know what this smells like. So this perfume, oh, did I show you the bottle? That's the bottle. It's very beautiful, pretty, very simple, and the entire range is like the same bottle, right? This is an oud perfume with caramel. Like, literally just think of oud and caramel. Oud not being barnyardy, by the way. Oud being like an extract, the oil extract, which is very, very pure. Like, I don't know if you've ever smelled pure oud. Guys, if you smell the pure oud, you're going to actually collapse. It's so strong, smells nothing like the oud in your perfume. It's so potent that if you smell it, you kind of like, you know, it's like, and which is why like you just require like a teeny amount of like that oud. And even when you use oud in perfumes, you need to dilute it with something else. You cannot wear pure oud. Like, you will swoon, like you will faint for sure. This one has that oud, which is so strong, it is so potent, but it's sweetened with caramel and vanilla and musk. I don't even know if you can imagine this, like the sweetness of it with the caramel, vanilla and musk. The musk is adding this little creaminess to it, but the oud is that oud which I think it's reminding me of this perfume that I used to have when I was really, really young. It was by Ajmal. The oud is reminding me of that, not this perfume, but that specific oud in this. It's reminding me of Shamsal Oud, something Mukhallat, something. It was one of, I'm gonna try and like put a picture over here. The oud is the same as that perfume. It's a very, very strong perfume, and that perfume, I remember, that was like the purest oud spray that you could get, which was like unbelievable, and it was used for layering, like by everybody. Till date is being used by everybody to layer. This is that. It is like so freaking potent, the oud. The thing is, like when you spray this initially, you feel like you're gonna kind of faint because it's so powerful and strong. Hits you in the face like, whoa, yeah? But you need to like let it calm down, give it like 15 minutes. The initial spray, the first time I sprayed this, I was like, oh my god, this is insane. It's madness. It's madness. I was like going nuts, and I loved it. Like that experience of that initial, you know, like not experienced that in a very, very long time in a perfume. And I'm sure because Khadlaj steam, they actually showed me the oil, and that's how I know how the pure oud smells like. And when I smell, and she showed me like a couple of different ones, Bushra from Khadlaj. She actually showed me different ones. She made me smell them. I was like, whoa. And especially one of them, it was like literally black in color. And I was like, it looked like molasses, you know, molasses, you know, like it was so thick and so like, and she was like, yeah, this is like, that bottle was like, I don't know how much it cost. And I was so afraid. I'm like, let me not break this bottle. I was like, can you please take this bottle away from me? So I know she had told me that if you put this on yourself, like literally you'll unalive yourself, you know. So this is like, for our sake, it's like a very low concentration of that oud, along with your sweet caramel gourmand notes. It's like Wawa Voom perfume. It's very beautiful. It's very dare to wear kind of perfume. So it's not for everybody, for sure. You need to try this. First of all, it's gourmand. Caramel, vanilla, think that, you know. So if you don't like any of those notes, no way, don't come close to this perfume. And then you have this strong oud. You better be prepared. This is not for a beginner. This is A1. This is niche quality. This is very, very refined. It's very, if you know oud, you're going to appreciate this perfume so much, because it's like one of those ouds that I've not seen for a very, very long time. Plus, it's very unique. I've not smelled anything like this before. Not the oud, I'm saying the perfume, the combination, the everything. The top notes are caramel, middle notes of floral and sweet notes, and the base notes are musk, oud and vanilla. So it's very simple, right? So it has some floral and sweet notes, it has all the gourmands, and it has the oud being the star of the show. It's the mastermind, it's the protagonist, antagonist, everything. It's the oud, you know. It's very, very rich and otherworldly, so try it first. And I think if this came in an oil format, I would get that, you know, because like layering this with everything else would be like perfect. This is unisex. Now some people will not agree with me. They might think this is unisex leading masculine because of that oud, which is like very, very potent. But in the Middle East, oud is not like, it doesn't have like a sex preference, you know, it doesn't like lean towards male or female. It's like a very neutral, gender neutral perfume. I would wear this all day, all night, but during fall and winter, because it's really strong, and summer, you will unalive yourself saying this again and again. It's very, very potent. My camera heated up because I forgot to switch on the AC. So now the AC is on. Hopefully the camera will not heat up. So Middle Eastern vibe check. It's on steroids. This is like as Middle Eastern as it gets. It's insanely Middle Eastern. So if you want a Middle Eastern experience, go for it. This is a 10 out of 10 for me. 10 out of 10 perfume without any doubt, because it is something really unique and different. And I guess I've been away from ouds for such a long time. Like oud with rose had become so like boring and like stagnant, and every other perfume was smelling the same of oud, saffron, rose, you know. So it's a welcome change to have a gourmand oud. The projection is like a good 4 feet, if not more, and longevity is like 8 hours at least. After some time, it just becomes like a smoky oud, sweet smoky oud on you, which is amazing. So that 4 feet projection is there like for the first 2 hours, and then it becomes more like a smokiness on you, like a sweet smokiness, which, and the celebrity I could only think of, like think King Darius of like the Persian Empire, like somebody who's very royal, somebody who like, you know, has like high value. If you don't know who King Darius is, he's the one who fought Alexander the Great for the Persian Empire, just for your information, you know. So that's that for the Empire Victor. I will next review. By the way, if you want to categorize this, I would categorize this as an animalic gourmand. By the way, none of the Khadlaj perfumes, or few of them actually, are on Fragrantica. I don't know what's going on with Fragrantica, but they really need to get into more Middle Eastern brands, you know. But who cares? We have like a lot of reviewers who will do the same for you. The next one is from the same line, and it's the Empire Empress. Now this one I feel is not unisex, and I'll tell you exactly why. So again, it opens up the same way. but it's a red bottle. And then you have the same string thingy, and then you have this red bottle, beautiful red bottle. Super pretty. La la la. There you go. What does it smell like? This reminds me of Imperial Valley by Giza. And off late, I've been coming across a lot of perfumes that smell like that. So I wonder if there's a Western counterpart for that, which smells like that. Okay, this is like as Western as it can get for a man. This, I would not wear this on myself ever because it's very aquatic, masculine fragrance. If I would wear this, people would think I just hugged my husband and came back, you know. This one retails for, by the way, the other one I forgot to tell you how much it retails for. They both are for $42 each. That's from their website. A lot of you all are asking me, how do you order? And I've written it so many times in the description. So guys, just read the descriptions on how to order, right? But you go to Khadlaj's website, their official website. They have a WhatsApp number over there. You click on that WhatsApp. That's the official. So I don't have the WhatsApp number. You need to go to their website, click on the WhatsApp over there, and then they can ship it to you and you'll get the same prices, you know. Plus you could use my code. That's an additional discount. So just order it from there. And they have, I think they have some sales going on for Ramadan. You cannot apply my code after that, but I think the Ramadan offer is so much better. So that's how you order a Khadlaj perfume, yeah, if you are somewhere else, not in the GCC. This perfume, Empress, again, it's unlisted on Fragrantica. The top notes for this are Davana, bergamot, pink pepper, heart notes of white amber, rosemary and oud, and the base notes of musk, leather and vetiver. Think of all these notes. Don't you like immediately imagine it's something like masculine? And that's exactly what I get. But it's a beautiful, beautiful DNA. I loved Imperial Valley by Giza. It was amazing, but that's for Ali. Like on Ali, it is amazing. And the same thing goes with this. If you like smelling slightly aquatic, slightly manly with that vetiver, lavender, you know, that kind of thingy. And the oud is like so mildly present in this that you can't really, it's like a stick. It's like, not a stick, like wood. Did I just say it's a stick? Like oud sticks, oud chips, you know, it smells like that. This I feel like just because of that oud, it's like a smokier, slightly ouddy version of the Giza Imperial Valley. And I think that little change makes it a slightly more traditional, slightly more impressive, slightly more expensive smelling. Giza's Imperial Valley already smells very, very expensive. But like this one is like taking it to the next level just because of that added smokiness, which I'm liking. Tobacco is not listed over here, but I don't know if the smokiness is from the oud, but I do feel like the slight bit of tobacco in this, like it's there in the background and it's there like a hint and it stays throughout the perfume. So I'm sure like all these perfumes that don't list tobacco, I don't know if there's a specific note that is being used over here and that adds that little tobacco feeling. The oud over here, trust me, it's a very smoky oud. So I don't know, maybe that's what's adding the tobacco feeling in this. It's super seductive. If a guy wears this, that guy is going to smell super, super attractive. Especially if they're wearing a suit. If they're dressed up like really well in a formal setting and everything, if they wear this perfume, they're going to be so freaking attractive. It is aromatic, aquatic and animalic all at the same time. And that's why I think it's like so perfect. Plus it has that little smokiness going on, which is like just amazing. I think that's what's like catching my attention right now. It has a certain rawness, like that's what's attractive. Like I'm assuming it's the vetiver oud combination that's giving it that rawness and also that slight hint of leather, which is like, of course, you know, that animalic rawness of a perfume in a man's perfume, especially if it's like aquatic and aromatic, creates this beautiful magic. I don't even know how to explain it, but if you know, you know. When a man wears perfumes like this, I'm just thinking like of a man who's like super well dressed with excellent manners and who smokes, but they're not smoking in front of you out of respect, but like the scent of that smoke, the cigarette smoke is ruminating on his clothes, kind of, you know. So it's kind of giving me that vibe. And the celebrity immediately that came to my mind, you know why? Because I just finished watching The Gentleman on Netflix. So what's his name? Theo, somebody, you know, I'll put his picture and I forgot his name. That's bad. I should have known. But him, you know, I just thought of him because he's well dressed, his personality, everything in that. But he has this rawness about him as well. Middle Eastern vibe check in this is like very, very mild, but it's there just because of that oud and the smokiness, leather, tobacco, all that kind of is giving it that background, which is like a backdrop, more like which is like Middle Eastern based. The projection is like insane. It's like 4 to 5 feet. It's crazy how much this perfume projects. And the longevity also is like around 8 hours or more. This one like projects and stays for a very, very long time. I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Simply because I have smelled something similar to this. Like not just the Giza Imperial Valley. I do feel there's something that Ali wears that reminds me of this. Let's keep it at 9 and then we'll see how this perfume progresses. So this is 9 out of 10. Now, the last one for this video is an old perfume, but I've been meaning to get this and luckily I found this on sale recently for Ramadan, you know, so I bought it. Like, I was like, I have to get it. This is Amber 07 by Sugar Food, by Swiss Arabian. So first of all, the bottles, I always was super attracted to these bottles by Swiss Arabian. I mean, it's like, see, these are the kind of bottles I like. They look luxurious, but they're very minimalistic, you know. When I smelled this in their shop, by the way, I instantly got attracted to it. And I smelled this like a long time ago, but I was waiting for the prices to come down. And I got lucky. This is a Gourmand Amber, which I love Gourmand and I love Amber. Oh, guys. On Fragrantica, this has got 4.5, so you can imagine how good this smells. I bought it for around $60 or less. I think it retails for $65 if I'm not, but I got it for like maybe lesser actually. I'm not sure, but it's definitely not as expensive as it used to be. But I think this is a 50 ml, yeah. So it's, think about it, like the, you know, quantity versus the price. But bro, the quality of this perfume, it's crazy, yeah. It apparently smells like the Blazing Mr. Sam by Penhaligon's. I have no idea how that smells. I've never smelled that before. The top notes for this are amber, dates and cinnamon. Middle notes of rose, ylang ylang and orris. And the base notes of sandalwood, incense, vanilla and patchouli. So yeah, it is like, you can smell the strong sweetness of dates and cinnamon in the beginning along with amber. But the cinnamon is not like that chewing gum cinnamon, you know, which is like really bad when you get that strong a cinnamon. This is like mildly there. And the date also is not overwhelming. It's not overwhelmingly sweet. It's not sticky. It's not like molasses, kind of molasses. I need to get that name right. Molasses kind of, you know, it doesn't smell so strongly of date. But that amber, date and cinnamon combination is what makes this perfume. It stays throughout the perfume. Along with added notes of apparently rose, ylang ylang and orris. I don't smell the rose. I don't smell ylang ylang. I do smell the orris, which is giving it like a lot of powderiness. So if you don't like powdery scents, why? Because in the base notes, again, you have sandalwood, which also gives it that little powderiness. But then you have incense, vanilla and patchouli. So the patchouli is giving it that little earthiness as well, but it smells like powdery, incensey, amber, date, cinnamon perfume. And oh, I love it. It's not very complicated. It does smell like some sort of talcum powder, vintage, like, you know, those talcum powders you used to get like ages ago, where you would wear them, like it used to come in like those bowl thingies, and then you had the poof thingy, you know, and then you would put it all over your body, and that would be your fragrance, right? It smells like that. So it does lean like really vintage, but it has this little hint of spiciness, which is like making it like interesting, and that little earthiness, which was probably not there in those talcum powders. It is sweet, it's warm, it's resinous, and it's like slightly like touch of spice, you know. It's very feminine, it's very girly girl, it's very, oh my god, like, you know, one of those like super girly girls, like you feel like if you touch them you're gonna get diabetes, you know. It's like that sweet. It's that girly girl, not that sweet. If you're afraid of vintage leaning perfumes, this is not for you. It's not going to be even close to like something that you would want to smell like. Powdery perfumes, if you don't like it, you're not going to like this. If you don't like vintage smelling, amber vintage smelling, rose vintage is something else, amber vintage is something else. It's like a completely, it gives you that all the best qualities of a vintage perfume, and I love it. I would use this in fall and winter, maybe in summer, but like I need to be very careful of how much I spray because it's very potent. I feel it's unisex, but it leans like feminine, so I would not want Ali to wear it unless he's layering it, right? The Middle Eastern vibe check is, I'm not sure. I can't say because it has that incensiness, but it smells more like a church incensiness. It doesn't smell like Middle Eastern. So I will say no, it doesn't have any Middle Eastern vibe. The projection is like strong. It's like 4 feet at least. And the longevity, again, it's like 7 to 8 hours. It lasts all day. It'll become a skin scent, but it'll still last you all day. I guess I would rate this as a 8.5. It's not like a wow perfume. You've definitely smelled talcum powders that smell like this before, but it's just very, very beautiful. So 8.5 it is. And the celebrity I wanted to give this to was Kelly Riley. I hope I'm getting her name right. I'm not sure. But yeah, this perfume, insane. The bottle, super beautiful. I'm so tempted to buy all the perfumes from this range, but again, like the Rose 01 was just like another Delina. There's, I think, Garam, which is dupe for Maison Francis Cook de Jade, the BR540. So, you know, like I'll go to the shop and try some out. I know there's one Musk which I like, which is very surprising, but I'm not sure if it was Musk 01 or 07, so I need to go to the shop and try. But the other ones, oud, maybe I'll try them, but they're so expensive right now. So let's see. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I think this will become a pretty long video. But you know what? Sometimes like I like doing really short videos, and sometimes it just goes on for hours and hours like this. Okay, it probably won't be hours and hours, but I'm assuming this is going to be after editing 30 to 40 minutes. So, although it was just 5 perfumes. But yeah, thank you Italo Jewelry for sponsoring this video once again. It was amazing. These jewelries are like really pretty, very nice. It's very up class, very classy looking. It's very beautiful. I want to get them resized so I can wear it comfortably and show it off. Thank you guys for all your support, and I'll see you in the next one.